So the Google Pixel 9 has just officially came out. So I wanted to give you a quick introduction on exactly how to use this particular phone. It's a beautiful phone. It has so much capability and so much quality. So hopefully by the end of this, you are a pro and a champ on exactly how to use your Google Pixel 9. Now, starting off with the outside, this is a very, very beautiful phone. On the front of it, you have a very bright hole punch display, 120 Hz OLED LTPO OLED display, and it is a very nice looking panel. It's by far one of the nicer panels Google has made. It gets very bright, and enabling that motion smoothness, the 120 Hz, makes this phone feel so much better than the 60 Hz panel. Now, it is a flat-sided phone, so it's completely flat this year. So if you want to, you can even like set it up like this if you really want to. But it's flat, it feels really nice. And these are the antenna bands. At the very top, you have another antenna band as well as the microphone hole. On the bottom, you have a USB Type-C port as well as two speaker grills. And on the left side, you have your power button, you have your volume up and down button as well. And then you also have your SIM card tray at the very bottom as well. So if you want to, you can eject the SIM card tray and add it in here. So that is one option that you have if you really want to. So you can go through, take out the SIM card tray and input your SIM card. At the back side, you have your glass back. So it's a standard glass back and it looks really, really nice. You have your dual camera setup at the very top. So you can go through and have that wide and ultra wide camera. You have your flashlight here as well. Your phone does support things like reverse wireless charging, IP certification, those types of things. But I would still recommend putting a case on your phone and maybe even a screen protector. Highly, highly recommend that. A little bit of a camera bump there, but it's pretty even all throughout. So that kind of covers it up on the outside. There really isn't anything super crazy. Now you have a few different ways of turning on your phone. You can either click on the power button on the side, which is that top button there. What you can do is you can double tap on the display, and that can also go and turn on the phone. You can also enable it to turn off if you double tap, but that's essentially how it's done for the most part. It's a super basic thing. Now here you also have your time. So with the status bar on the lock screen, it's pretty much the same all throughout. So you can go and have your time, which is right here. You can have your date here too and the weather. And the top left, it'll show your cell signal, whoever you have. And on the top right, it'll show your battery percentage and your Wi-Fi icon as well. Then throughout here, you'll see a bunch of notifications and different things like that. So if you want to, you can go and view your notifications. If you have any text or anything, that'll go and show up right here. So you have that type of option here as well. In the bottom left, you'll have your icons that you can go ahead and change. And if you want to, you can go through and even customize your app, your lock screen by holding down on your lock screen like this, and then clicking on the Customize Lock Screen button. This will allow you to customize your Google Pixel 9 even more, which is genuinely a very cool feature that you have. So you can go through here, kind of customize this whichever way you want to. So that is somewhat of an option that you have here as well, which is genuinely very cool. Hopping back out, if you go ahead and swipe up from your lock screen, you'll basically come into this panel, which is your home screen. Now your home screen has a bunch of things within it. So you'll basically have your app icons, widgets. Whenever you swipe up from the bottom, it'll always take you back home. So there's some other gestures I'll show you in a second, but the home screen still has your taskbar at the very top. You'll have your center stage. You'll also have different pages you can kind of customize. So there's a lot of stuff all throughout that you can kind of mess around with. So the big thing to keep in mind is you can move a lot of stuff around. This is pretty much customizable all throughout. So you can go through and move any of these app icons around. You can have your dock, which always stays the same. You have your app icons and widgets that you can add or delete. And if you hold down on the lock screen like this, you can customize it further. You can change your wallpaper. You can add or delete widgets. You can even have your home screen settings pop up. And you can even modify your home screen settings even more this way. So there's a lot of cool stuff here. If you ever want to go back home, all you have to do is grab this taskbar at the very bottom, like this little bar, and swipe it up, and you'll always come back home. So this is where you're always going to come back to. So you might as well go ahead and kind of customize it as much as you can, because it is a really nice thing that you can do here. Now you have your Google search bar at the bottom where you can go and search things. What you can also do is swipe up from the very bottom right here, and you'll come into this page. So this page basically shows you all the different app icons that you basically have. So all the apps on your phone will basically show up right here. You can search for an app icon if you want to, or an app, but you can also scroll through here and find all the apps that you basically have inside of your phone. So if you ever want to look for an app, it should be here for the most part. You can also download apps by using the Google Play Store, which is right here. So you can go and open up the application and get inside of your Google Play Store. If you ever want to call anybody, you can go and call people through the phone call app. If you want to message somebody, so on and so forth. There's an application dedicated basically to everything. Now, if you swipe down, you'll basically come into your, your notification drawer. So this is where you can have a bunch of notifications and things all throughout. So you can swipe away notifications by swiping them away, or you can tap on them to expand them. So here I don't have any notifications, but you have that type of capability here, which is genuinely cool. You have your quick toggles up here too, your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, flashlight, do not disturb mode, all those things. What you can also do is swipe down and you can get into this toggle. So what this does is it shows you a little bit more details all throughout. Your time, your toggles here that you can quickly toggle in and out, Wi-Fi, flashlight. You can also go through and basically have access to your other toggles here, which is like your screen recording toggle and so many other things here too. So it is a really nice thing that you basically have right here. So you can go and customize this further whichever way you want to. And you can even customize these toggles by clicking on the pencil icon right there. So that is another really cool thing. Now if you want to, you can also click on the power button down here to quickly power down your phone. Settings, I put here if you want to open up your settings. Then if you ever actually want to shut down your phone, you basically click on the power button right here and the volume up button. So if you just hold down that side button right here, it's going to invoke Google Gemini, which is a really cool AI feature. So if you ever want to, customize your thing inside, like your Gemini AI tool assistant, you can hold down the power button here and it will basically do it. But if you want to shut down your phone, you basically tap the power button and the volume up button at the same time, and that will bring you into this panel, this one right here. And from here, you can power down your phone, restart your phone, and all those other things. Now, there's also the other two gestures I want to talk about, which is the back gesture. So if you're inside an application and you want to go back to the previous page, you can swipe back just like this, how I'm doing here, to go back to the previous page. And sometimes it works with the previous page as well, but it just depends on what app you're in. And if you ever want to get into your multitasking panel, you can basically swipe up and kind of just like bring it up a little bit. So if you just kind of swipe up and not all the way, but if you swipe up just a little bit, you'll get into this screen. And here you can see all the applications you were just in. And it's kind of nice to be able to just quickly just toggle back to your previous application without having to go through and like look for it inside of your app drawer. And from here, you can even clear all your apps outside in RAM if you want to free up some memory. You don't have to do that, but that is kind of a nice thing to do every once in a while. Now, the last thing I want to show you is within the settings application. So open up your app drawer and hop inside of your settings app. This is a very important application. If you ever run into any problems or you have any questions, you can always hop inside of your settings application and look for certain toggles or look for help. If you're ever looking for a specific thing, like if you're looking for Wi-Fi or if you're looking for cell connection or if you're looking for battery or any of those things, you can always just search for it inside of settings, and most of the time you should be able to find those particular settings. Now, just as a quick walkthrough, you have your network, you have your apps, notifications, battery, display settings. Inside of display, I probably recommend turning off auto brightness, that can be kind of annoying, and then enabling your motion smoothness, which is right down here. So I'd recommend enabling smooth display, which gives you the 120 Hz display. All these other things are pretty much customizable. You'll get here eventually whenever you get here, but I recommend going through here and doing one thing. Go inside of your system panel right here, your system settings, and then I'd recommend going down and clicking on software updates. I'd recommend as soon as you go ahead and buy your Pixel 9 to update your phone if you have an update available. So go inside of here, go through your system update, update your device, and that can probably give you a much smoother experience as soon as you go ahead and buy your Google Pixel 9. So at the core, that's basically how you use your Pixel 9. I would recommend putting a case on your phone and putting a screen protector on your phone as soon as possible, but that's basically how you use this new beautiful phone. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that will mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.